Все, готово?
Он дверь не закрыл. Yeah? Hello everyone. Welcome to our weekly AMA session that we are proud to be doing in collaboration with CoinMarketCap. My name is Margot and I'm your host this week again. It's a pleasure to be here with you, and I hope to make this session informative and enjoyable for the decimal community. The focus of the session will be on our updated white paper. As usual, I'm with our CBDO, Nick, and he will tell us about some of the new things that the updated white paper holds in store for us. Okay, good afternoon, Nick.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Oh, me too, thank you. It's great to see you again in this week, yeah?
The pleasure is mine.
Yeah. This week, the topic of our AMA session will be the updated white paper, yeah? I think we will be into discussing the reason for which this is being done.
Right. So we think that all people should have access to new technologies, and the barrier to entry should be as low as possible. This is the idea behind the first and the second white paper. In the first version, these ideas are presented in subtitles Y, the mission of Decimal. Meanwhile, in the updated version, there are 3 subtitles dedicated to the following ideas. We also got rid of the subtopics issue, because the question discussed in the section were still being developed. This led us to distribute the information from the section among the rest of the document in more detail. The last version of the white paper is significantly different from the initial draft. Even if you look at the table of contents, you can notice that the updated version is a lot more detailed and includes many more sections that describe the project in great detail. The first version, the goal was to create a basic product that would be easy to use for everyone. Now, the direction has changed, and we are focused on reaching a certain level in terms of quality. We also want the projects built on our blockchain to rise to the next level. We want to attract the best of the best in terms of developers, independent projects, and different ventures. However, the core idea behind Decimal remains the same. The Decimal team is passionate about conquering the blockchain, DeFi, and Web3 technologies. Our goal is to study the technology and understand it to the smallest details in order to then describe them to our users in the most understandable way possible. This is the foundation behind both the first and the newest version of the white paper. We and everything that surrounds us are part of a whole. The blockchain is also a connecting factor between different aspects such as code, people, and technology. Therefore, the blockchain and the people involved in it are always growing and learning throughout their whole lives.
Oh, that's very interesting. Thank you so much for explaining the changes and the reasoning behind them. I'm proud to be part of a company that thinks of people but is also involved in doing very serious work, really. Especially when the ideas are so grand. What would you say is the biggest difference between the two versions?
Well, like I said, the philosophy behind the first version was based around the idea that Decimal is the basic instrument. Now, with the release of the new version, Decimal is seen as a platform that provides quality, reliability, and experience. The new white paper includes all of the new features we developed over the course of the past 2 years, and the details behind them. One of the biggest and most important features that I am talking about is the creation of the Decimal Smart Chain, otherwise known as DSC. From the very beginning, we knew that this would be the most important feature of the blockchain, and the piece that brings it all together. If you have had a chance to read the new white paper, you would have noticed that there is an entire section dedicated to the Decimal Smart Chain. In the section, we describe all of the new possibilities that have opened up due to the creation of the DSC. We are hoping that these new opportunities will give our users a chance to attract new innovation to the Decimal environment.
So it's nice. When can we expect the smart chain to be launched? And are there any other new updates at Decimal?
Right, so according to the roadmap, this quarter we will publish a ready and tested smart chain. I can say that there is not too long left to wait because most of the steps in the process have already been completed, including the integration with MetaMask. I think the wait will not be long at all. To answer your second question, yes, there are some more updates. We have fully rewritten the user scenario section. In the first version, it was called Building on Features. And if we compare the two versions, you can see how we expanded our views and what opportunities have become available. I'm not talking about income and comfort, but about application and growth. The new version has a more global overview and offers solutions for wider pools of users rather than the individual approach of the first version.
Perfect. Yeah, I think the users will appreciate the detail that was put into the new version of the white paper, and it will be easier for them to navigate the blockchain because of it. For example, I think it's better when information is presented in a structured way, easy to understand. While looking over the new white paper, the diagrams have catch my attention. So the new white paper also describes the achievements, yeah, sure, that have been made throughout the existence of the company.
Yes, so in the 2 years that Decimal has been active, we were able to get valuable experience and lots of knowledge. Therefore, in the new version, we have made a section with infographics describing the different processes of the chain. This helps better visualize the work that has been done by looking strictly at facts.
Very interesting. Let's circle back a little bit to the topic of new developments. You mentioned the roadmap in the first version. It covers 2 years and ends with the creation of smart contracts. What will happen next?
No, we have reinvented the roadmap in the new version of the white paper. It can be found at the end of the document. You can find this section in the table of contents. The new roadmap is more extensive than the old. We have managed to include all of the key elements and detail without oversaturating it with unnecessary information. If you have already seen the new roadmap, you can immediately tell that it is quite different from the old one. Even the format serves as evidence of how delicately we decided to approach the process. It is also set to cover the next 2 years, but this time the period is set to include a wide array of information with much more updates set to take place. In addition, our team has launched a series of articles dedicated to discussing the new white paper. These articles function as a written version of the AMA sessions. Anyone who would like to dive deeper into the white paper in more detail can access these articles. And we hope to hear feedback from our community regarding what you think of the updates in the white paper. So please take a look at the articles.
Completely agree with you, Nick. Growth is very important, and we want our community to know that we are always growing, learning, and adapting to new conditions and factors. Thank you for telling me about the updates in the white paper. I hope to hear some more in our next meeting. I would also like to thank all of our viewers for tuning in. It was a pleasure to host this session. I'm hoping to hear feedback from you regarding our AMA session. Now I'm wishing everyone a great weekend and hoping to see you everyone next week. Have a great weekend.
Goodbye.
Bye.